Hey, everybody. Happy Tuesday. We are here for our migraine strategy call. I am Debbie Waidl, your migraine specialist, here to help you find a way to reduce the severity, duration, and frequency of your migraines without having to use a ton of pills and quick fixes and Botox and all the other things that you have been trying for years and decades, and they are just not working. We come to you every Tuesday to bring you some strategies, but also we come to you on Tuesdays with some amazing interviews. And today we have Pam with us. Pam is a graduate of the Freedom from Migraine method. She is a mother of 2 daughters. She's a children's book author, plays hockey 3 times a week, and absolutely loves it. Also runs retreats for writers and sports teams consulting. She does team building, mental toughness, and leadership in those. So Pam, welcome. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you. Thanks very much for having me.
Absolutely. So today we are going to talk about why you decided to join the Freedom from Migraine method when I know you tried so many things, they didn't work. You've dumped a ton of money into your migraines, trying to end them. What was it that made you decide to give the Freedom from Migraine method a chance?
Well, money is always a thing that I worry about. And, you have to invest in yourself, and your health is super important. So, just to carry on with life, you have to have your health. And so I did invest a lot of things. I tried a lot of things just like everybody else. And it was very frustrating because doctors were always offering me medication and nobody wanted to get to the cause. And then I did find a specialist that was trying to get to the cause. But then, we tried everything, and we tried supplements, and we tried not eating this or that. And then we just got to this point where she was like, I don't know. And I was like, yeah, story of my life right now. So
yeah,
we were done there. But then, I don't know, I came across Debbie and the program, and I was like, yeah, I don't know. It's another thing, but I'm always thinking about my health. And, migraines are very annoying, and they always sneak up on you, and they just take a big chunk out of your life. And I just kept watching, and kind of like some of you, just perusing and listening and going, is this a real thing? And I don't know. And then I was like, you know what, I'll just talk to Debbie and just get a call. So I just took the call, and Debbie was very confident. I mean, not overconfident, but confident. And I was like, she feels like she knows what she's doing. But I like the fact that she never wanted to offer medicine. She didn't discourage me if I needed to take it, but she never said that's the first thing. And she had migraines, Debbie, I know you had them. And I just thought that I had doctors that never had them, so they don't really know what you're going through. So the way you talked about having them and how many people you helped, and I don't know, you seemed real, and I believed you. And the fact that you said you wouldn't give up on me.
Yeah, we don't give up because everyone is different, right? We are usually have, 40, 50, 60 women at a time that we're supporting, and every single one of you is different. So some people can find migraine freedom in 2 weeks. Absolutely amazing. Go check out Karen's video. Some people, it can be 2 to 3 months. Go check out Connie's video. But then there are others, like Barbie, who's going to come on and chat with us in a few weeks, where it took a little bit longer, and that's okay. But I am always up for the challenge. I will never, ever give up until somebody gets to their end result of what they're looking for.
Yeah, I know you just like always nailed things. It's like, well, are you doing this or have you tried that? And then it's like, And, just following the program, I just decided to go all in. And, I was thinking about people giving up on me. And then I'm like, well, are you going to give up on yourself? And that's why I was like, you know what? No, I'm not ready to give up on myself. So I'm going to try this. Absolutely.
Absolutely. And I know that you mentioned, the doctor a minute ago, and I've heard that so much lately that, women who have said, okay, yeah, I want to talk to you, Debbie, but I want to go to the next neurologist appointment. I have one scheduled. Let me go to that appointment and then we'll talk. And, I can pretty much tell them what the conversation is going to be. And it's just like you said, they go through that list because they're actually required. I don't know if everyone knows this, but This is for the UK and the US. I'm not as sure about Canada or other places, but there's a specific order that the doctors have to go through. That's what the insurance kind of tells them. You hit the things like the triptans first, and then you're going to go into like the preventatives, like your amitriptyline, your topamax, all those kind of things. You might hit on, more epileptic medications and blood pressure medications. And then we talk Botox, then we talk HRT, then we start talking, the actual surgery. So they have a list they have to follow. And when you kind of hit the end of the list, that's when they just do what they did to you. I don't know.
Yeah. And I hate taking medicine. So, I will suffer hours and hours and then take the medicine because I have to make the pain stop, or you might as well just crush my head with a vice. And they just wanted to give more medicine. And I was like, don't you want to know why I'm getting them? And that's what I kept. So in my heart, that's what I always believed, that there was a reason I was getting them. And I didn't want to just cover them up. And I like that you wanted to dig right down. Like, let's get in there. Let's get the root of everything.
Absolutely. Because we're not anti-meds. I mean, I am sure that I told you at some point in time, why didn't you take your med? Where you were suffering and you like waited a little long. And I was like, you know what, when you need it, you need it. But we take it temporarily, right? While we're working on the root cause so that you don't have to take it in the future. So please, anybody watching this, please do not just go and throw your medication away or, stop taking it. It's important that we do things in the right order to make sure your body's ready to go off of those medications.
I love that I'm not panicking now when I don't have any medicine left or I can't find it. So I put it in every place. I have it in every car. I have it in every jacket. I have it in, I don't have a purse, but wherever
your hockey bag.
Yeah, I have it in my hockey bag. Yes, I do. And when I all of a sudden think that I don't have any, I get really uptight about it, but I don't anymore. And I still have it. I mean, I'm not completely free, but I've cut, way down. It makes me very happy. In fact, the last time I had one, I took a third, I cut it. I don't know if that's a third was just enough because been suffering for like too many hours. It was just dull enough. I can't really get this, but I just, so anyway, that worked. And I was up to I usually have between 12 and 19 migraines a month. And I am down to, I think last month I had maybe 3, but they weren't knock me out. They were I can't call them mild, but I didn't have to lie down. So I'm pretty happy with that. 3. So.
Absolutely. Huge difference. And the body does take time to heal, right? So we all make changes, we make adjustments. And I think this is another thing that makes it difficult for so many women that are looking for their migraine freedom on their own through Dr. Google and Nurse Pinterest and all those other places. You try something and you think it's not working because you don't get those quick results. So you stop doing it. Where this is really diving down to your root cause, what's causing it. We know it's inflammation, but where is it coming from within you? Fixing that, then giving your body that time it needs to heal. Yeah. And for some people, healing is quick. And for other people, it can really take some time. It can take, it took my body at least a good year to heal because I had so many underlying conditions. I had 2 autoimmune conditions. I had gut health issues. And I don't care what you do and how you eat. That's not going to get fixed overnight. But as you just said, every month that went by, the severity, duration, and frequency just kept going in the direction that I wanted until today. I can say that, I'm 10 years migraine free. It's been a decade since I've had it, which is nice to be able to look at both. I had 10 years and now I'm 10 years free. So I like we'll match up next year.
Yeah. The approaches that you have, and for those, I think it's really important for you to know that the individual and unique attention, because like you said, everybody's an individual. Like my issues are not the same as everybody else's. And you just, I don't know, you have this very focused approach to whoever you're speaking to. And some things are sort of universal, but not. And I think that was really important. And that I found that really helpful for me, that you were, I don't know, you never totally were like, okay, whatever, Pam. You were just like, okay, tell me what else. And you just kind of bore in. And I think
Yeah.
that is really everybody to think about, is want that attention.
Yeah, it's the foundational approach, right? There is a foundational approach that we follow in the Freedom from Migraine method, but as we said, each person is different. So it's our responsibility and the team's responsibility to take that foundational approach and help you tailor it to your lifestyle, your body, and your needs. And this is why so many migraine books don't work. You might get some temporary results, you might see a few changes, but the books, have to be written for the masses. That's just the way books are. They can't, you can't tailor a book to every single person that has a migraine. We have 28 million women in the US alone that have migraines. So we have to write 28 million different copies.
Yeah.
So instead, someday if I do write a book, which I hope to, we can have that foundational approach in the book, but then knowing that's only going to get you so far. That's going to get, get you started, but then to get those lasting results, we really need to dive deep into you and figure out what you need. So I'm glad to hear that you felt that the group was something that really did that for you. If you don't mind, just share your experience quick about what it was like in the group. In the Freedom from Migraine method.
You mean like the meetings that we had, the group meetings?
Yeah, just about the community aspect of it.
Yeah, the community was really important. I mean, I'm an athlete. I'm very used to teams. I work with teams. I'm, just a big proponent of teams. And then, to have this like migraine team, and I went all in with everything. I went to all the meetings. I think I only missed like one. I tried to get there, and you got familiar with everybody, and you got to hear their things. And I loved watching. I knew what I was going through, but I loved seeing other people improve. And I loved, some of them, they were like this the first couple times, and then I was like, can't wait to see them in 2 weeks, because I know that they do. And then they're just like totally smiling. They're like participating and cheering each other on. And because I don't know, you kind of care. You get it. You get what everybody else is going through. And so I just, I just love the team aspect of that.
Absolutely. I think that is a big part of the success. Again, we have to start with foundation. We have to, make it tailored to you, but then knowing that you have this group of women who are going through the same thing, who can share their experiences, who you can celebrate when they have wins, but also be there to support during their struggles, because they in turn then will be there to support you and share your wins. We always joke, the saying, it takes a village, but it's so true. It's so true.
And I feel like, at first it's like, okay, well, who are these people? And then it's like, what, they're real people, and people share things that they're going through. And you're like, me too. I went through that. And just knowing that other people sort of sharing that experience. And then if either they or you have gotten over that, and then you can do it too, because I did it. And, we talked about the medicine earlier. It was actually someone in the group that said, because I hated taking medicine. And she's like, well, have you ever tried taking a half? And I was like, half? No. Like, I thought that's great, because, and now, I don't know. So that worked, taking a half. And now I told you, I just took a third, but I'm getting way down, almost off. So I'm excited.
I love that. I love that. And I'll just throw a little medical disclaimer in here. Most migraine medication you can cut and it should be fine, but there are some medications out there that you cannot cut in half or cut in thirds, because the dosage will not actually be half. So if you are unsure, please check with your doctor before you cut something in half. Just a little disclaimer to keep us safe.
Pam is not a doctor. Pam's just doing her own thing. So don't go by me. I'm just saying it will work for me. Yeah, totally.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Goals to get off. And I love waking up, because I used to wake up going, oh, is today going to be one of those days? Or I got to get work done because I feel okay today. I feel clear. Yeah. And because you never know. For me, I never knew when it was going to come. And I was like, oh, shoot, now it's coming. Now I'm not going to get anything done. And so now I know today is the day I'm going to get a lot done.
Absolutely. Yeah, I didn't even pull up Facebook. This is bad. Hopefully Barbie's on the other end watching everything for us on there. But if you're watching right now, if you're watching, Pam, let me know. Do you feel the same? Do you feel that the days that you feel well, that you are literally trying to shove everything you can into your day to get it done, because you're not sure if tomorrow is going to be another good day? I mean, that literally was my life, but I had to do that every single day because I had a migraine every day. So I'd wake up and it was how many hours? How many hours am I going to get before I hit the point where I literally am just going to be sitting with ice on my head and turning the TV on for my kids and praying somebody comes home to cook dinner so that I didn't have to try to hold the ice here, you know, take medication and cook dinner at the same time. So let us know in the comments. And if you're watching this live, let us know where you're watching from. Say a quick hi to Pam. And if you're watching the replay, just let us know on #replay. If you have any questions, feel free to pop them in the comments as well, and we'll make sure we get those answered for you.
Yeah,
but Pam,
I was just going to say, if people are hesitating, you know, they're happy to have you reach out to me. I definitely hesitated because of money. I hesitated because I had tried so many things, and I'm really glad I did. And I got to know Debbie, I got to know Erin, and I got to know a bunch of people that were in, you know, going through the program at the same time as me. And I'm very appreciative of all of it. So thank you.
Well, thank you, Pam. It's been an absolute pleasure chatting with you. It was a pleasure having you go through the Freedom from Migraine method. You were, you definitely took every bit of that course and made it you, which is what brought you the success. You were 100% in. And I think that's important to kind of finalize this interview on. You know, you need to be ready. You need to be somebody who is ready. And I know some of you are going to take offense to that because you're going to be like, well, of course I'm ready to end my migraines. You know, no one wants pain and everyone wants to, but you really need to be ready to get to the root cause. You need to be ready to understand that a life of medications is not something you have to live with, that a life of Botox is not something that you have to live with, or the risky surgeries and, you know, the hysterectomies, that there is a way to get your overall health back. Because at the end of the day, it's not even just about migraines. It's about your overall health, because that inflammation, yes, it causes the migraines, but it's going to end up causing other things in the future if we don't address it. So you need to be ready. And when you're ready, we're here. We're here.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, you've got the group. Yeah. You've got this group to absorb whatever you can. But please let us know, let myself know, let Pam know if you have any questions. We would love to answer those for you because we're here for you. That's why we're here. We're here to help you in whatever way is the best for you to end your migraines, because 1 in 4 women suffer and there's no reason. There is no reason. And I'm hoping by the time I do interviews like this next year that I can say a different number, that I cannot say 1 in 4, that I can say 1 in 7 or 1 in 8. And that I'm hoping that our company is a huge part of doing that. And all the wonderful ladies like Pam who come on to share their experience, because I think it's important for all of you to see what life can be like, because you can't model what you can't see.
And can I share one more thing?
I was just going to ask you, what would you like to share before we end?
Well, a lot of people who know me as someone that has migraines. My neighbors in particular, and my family. And, you know, the other night, my husband's like, I was just being, I was quiet for whatever reason. And he's like, do you have a headache? Like that's the question that everybody asks me if I'm just, you know, quiet or staring out or whatever. Actually, I'm working because I'm creative. And I was like, don't ask me that again, because I don't want to be looked at as someone that's always in pain. And I'm like, don't ask me anymore. So that's
because you're not, but that was your old identity.
Yes.
And it's going to take a while for people, you know, this is the word we never use, but it's a word you hear out in, you know, on Google quite a bit, as a migrainer. You know, I am a migrainer. And that is a word I will never use in my program, because that is not you. You have migraines. Your migraines are going away. You're working on them, but it is a symptom of your body telling you something. It is not who you are.
Right.
And you've kind of proven that today.
Yeah. And that's how I was known by people. I have neighbors that's constantly what first thing they say, how are your migraines? That person anymore.
Exactly. Well, Pam, thank you so much for being here today. Thank you so much for sharing. For everyone that is watching, thank you for taking the time to come on today to learn about Pam's journey and to really take the first step in reaching your migraine freedom, because it is all about getting that education and seeing that there is light at the end of the tunnel.
Totally,
so please,
Yep, total hope.
Absolutely.
Take a call with Debbie and see for yourself.
Thanks, Pam. Thanks so much, everybody. Here is to your migraine-free day, and we will see you in the group and see you next Tuesday for another amazing migraine strategy call. Talk to you
Awesome.
then.
Thank you.